you're showing me that I can be someplace safe and that it's safe here.
He stinks. This is not the first, second, or third time this smelt this smell.
And you think that a free-spirited person like me is gonna keep you out of trouble?
Oh, well then we can have all.
Screaming.
Ask me this, is if the right man were to enter your life, is it gonna disrupt your life, or would it be able to fit seamlessly into?
I'm gonna respect somebody and honor somebody so much more if they can tell me flat out what they want.
Discipline, obedience. And as a young 23-year-old, it's hard, but
someone that like can be my best friend, like we can laugh, have fun together.
Hey, living, walking, breathing, talking, for sure.
All right. Well, you have to make some decisions.
Okay.
Are you ready? You excited?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna have you bring back the first person that you would like to cut.
I'm grateful to have met you and have like the opportunity to recognize different parts of myself.
All right, so Ginger didn't come. Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, she had the word.
The thing I noted as soon as I sat down is like he was an instant jokester.
And I get the bright idea to ask, oh, so where's our first date? And he says, Taco Bell.
Come on now, let's be for real.
So you don't like my hair? Just say that.
No, I don't. I've been said that.
Yeah.
You'll drop those palms down onto the mat as you come to a halt.
And you're telling me one thing, but you're looking another. Image is key.
I'm glad she brought more napkins. I ran out of toilet paper yesterday.
And I just don't honestly think I'm gonna get that 100% from this person.
you've been saying your next relationship is your husband.
find myself yearning for the heaven that you bring me from your black hands. Touch me. Wanna feel you inside me. All I want is you. Love on me. feel nothing. It's my fault, I should have been better. But I did all I can, I swear. If I fall, you can call it the end of me. If I fall down, you can call it goodbye. It's hard to fit in when no one else can match it. I stay up my hours, but I'm stuck in the castle. I just play it cool, I like to keep it casual. Grandma calls me handsome, so I know that that's true. It's hard to stay humble when they put you at the front of it all. Gotta learn to hold your tongue, that's why I always mumble when I talk. It's not my fault, I look good when I do what I do. This is a man's world.
Just wanna stimulate your mind. Inside, I wanna know what's inside.
What up, though? Welcome back to another Media Man Friday Night Live. We got Meet2Marry once again, episode 6. I'm excited to see this one. Shout out to Grown Men Talking GMT and the crew over there for putting out this great content. Don't tell me nothing. I ain't seen it yet. We got to see what's going on in a second, man. Man, how y'all been? It's Friday. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the videos that I've been putting out. I see I got a lot of feedback on the one that I dropped today. I'm going to discuss that here in a second. But yeah, man, I see you guys watching the videos. I greatly appreciate you hitting that hype button, man. We're starting to get the views up. You guys see what I'm trying to do here, right? I'm trying to do these video on demands at the same time of day at 9 a.m. and it's starting to do well. So I'm going to continue doing that. I love creating content like that, man. I can go in the office and go ahead and get to it whenever I need to and then do these live streams. And for this live stream, I do have some other content that I want to discuss, especially I got the annual stat breakdown. I think last year I did a rundown of all the Black statistics to kind of set the record straight. So I do have 82 pages worth of stats that we need to go over. And I know you guys probably don't like sitting through this stuff, but it will definitely be clipped up so you guys can have them readily available with the most current stats in regards to the Black community. I also have some dating videos and one update from one of the dating videos that I review. You guys will definitely enjoy that. So yeah, so we got more content after we watch Meet2Marry, which is the primary reason that we're here. So man, blessings to everybody in the chat. I see we got 36 folks in the building. What up, though? Let me see here. Let me get to the super chats real quick. Hold on. Who we got? I think I seen Dante Bryan in there early. Yeah. Dante Bryan early. with the $5 bomb set, Brother Double M and Brother GMT. What up, though? Peace and bless to you as always. Here you go, good brother.
It's shaking on the mother table. Black man trying to make it in society. Something on hip, cause I know they wanna rob. Black man, it's shaking on the mother table. Black man, we need all that.
Thank you, good brother. As always, our show sponsor every show. And we got Air Force Week in the building with the $5 bombs. So salute Media Man and chat on this Good Friday, good clean Friday. That's what I'm talking about, man. Good to see y'all here.
Take it back to my old energy. And she telling me she feel the chemistry. That's bullshit. She just know I'm rich, but keep going, sweetie.
And Air Force Week, another one. $5 bomb said, "What up, GMT?" Yeah, he should be here shortly. I know you're gonna always send in a message. Shout him out. Make sure you guys watch this stream. I'm giving him a like or a view here. Make sure you go over there and like that as well. And we got HVAC Man in the building. Just dropped a $10 bomb. Said I had to check. And old head Gen X, of course, because he said they were tougher than the YNs today. I gave him that 1981/2001 jail stats, and he never responded. Speaking of that, actually, we're going to go over that as well, just to update it. Yeah, man. Those conversations are definitely spirited, brother. Here you go.
I would just see these and bump into them, put gun to them, run through them, make them dookie, gas station sushi. Yeah.
Thank you, good brother. HVAC Man. And we got Mona in the building. We got Reed Pink in the building. What up, though? Good to see the ladies in the chat. Hold on, let me see here. Who else we got? I know I missed thought I missed a member somewhere. Let me go back up. Brendan, my bad, brother. Let's see here. What up, Media Man in chat? Hit the like button. Thank you, good brother. Yeah, we need that like button in there. Let me see here. Who else we got in the building? Did I miss any? Truest Dude. What up, though? He said, Media Man, what up? Good to see you here, all the members. Thank you. And one of our mods. Thank you, brother. Good to see y'all, man. We got 40 folks already in the building, man. We got 4 super chats starting off good. What is it, the third Friday of the month? Damn, man, this month is going by fast. Man, thank God. So we get all these people up out of here from Houston Rodeo. I know y'all see what's going on. And if you're wondering why, I'm a little bit busy for the next couple of months, is because of the fact that I do work in public health and I do see the numbers. So I'm expecting a spike, as always, in Houston in regards to the STI rates. So I just pray these people been protecting themselves, man, because I've seen some wild videos of people wilding out. So, Lord, it's going to be a busy month in April. So we'll see. We'll see how the clinics and the hospitals can hold up, but we'll see. And we got, who was that? Damn, how you say that? Arvinatri? I'll just say, I can't see that. Arvinatri, 4800 said, let's get it, Brick Brother. What up, though? $10 bomb, man. I know I'm butchering your name. I'll just say out of respect. Here you go. MP, but logically be learning these hoes biology. Obviously, well. Thank you, good brother. Let me know how to say that name so I won't mess it up. That's your $10 bomb, man. I don't want to, disrespect you. And we got Reed Pink just became a member. Thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Love the members. Arv Natri. Chelsea. What up, Chelsea? Arv Natri. Like I said, I don't want to mess it up. I definitely don't want it, but let me get your just do Reed Pink. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right. So let me see here. Hold on. Let me get this right here. All right. Hey, so real quick, let's talk about this Soft Life video, right? And I want to address some of the comments that I seen from the guys. One of the comments said, so now we're telling them to get degrees now. I don't know what you mean by so now we're telling them. I've been telling women and men to get degrees. I've been telling you guys, stop falling for the McDonald's worker and get you a woman that's established and has a career, because you're setting yourself up for failure if you get one of these women that don't have any assets. I've been saying that. So what I need you guys to do, especially the black men in the chat, do not lump me into your favorite content creators that's telling you to get some destitute woman that's treating you well. Absolutely not. Okay? I am pro couples working. Most people work. Okay? So I'm trying to help you guys out. And then there was another comment. Some dude was like, yeah, tell them to get their own, but don't get too much. What you mean? If the woman is single, she got to work. What you mean? She going to just hold herself back and not climb up the corporate ladder as long as she's single? Ain't that what y'all supposed to be doing too? Don't you supposed to have a plan in place and working towards your purpose so you can become as successful as possible? Instead, you're going to sit there and complain about the woman going for hers while you sitting back telling her not to get too much because she's going to price herself out of the market. If it is, so be it. She got to get ducats. You got to get money too. Get your coins, man. Like I said, y'all got to stop thinking that everybody in this space is a monolith. I do not agree with this whole, I'm going to get me a woman. I don't care where she work. If she look good and she treat me well, then I'm going to marry her. Okay, cool. And I see you in divorce court. Okay? With your pockets turned out. All right? So yeah, I've always supported the fact that I want women to work because the majority of women work. That doesn't mean that you can't, remove her from the workforce once you guys have built something up together. But the majority of households are built on 2 incomes. So what I need the black men to do is don't come to my platform saying that, so now we're telling them this. I've been telling them that, okay? That's why if anybody gonna tell these women, hey, you gotta, some dining etiquette. You gotta learn how to dress. Stop cursing so much. I'm gonna tell them that because you know what? The guys that I do consults with, they need women. Y'all want, you know what I'm saying, to get these quote unquote baddies. That's what y'all want. Y'all want these baddies that smoke hookah and you know what I'm saying, call you bro. Why not get, you know what I'm saying, some education from a dude who's been in these spaces for a while now, who actually went to the etiquette schools, and I can sit there and tell the women, hey, you might want to watch out for this because that makes them better for men that I actually do consults with who have the money and they want suitable women. They want women who know how to carry themselves. Okay. So at times I'm going to do videos where I explain to women, hey, you may not want to do this. You may not want to say that because if you want one of these types of guys, then you need to look the part and you also need to act the part. All right. Instead, I'm going to just let y'all asses go out there and you can fend for yourself. And you keep getting these women that's asking you to pay $500 for steak dinners on the first date or a cash apper when you got to, when you want to text her. That's what y'all want. Think about what you're saying there. You don't want women to have their own money. Y'all gotta smarten up, man. This is, just be mindful. When you come to my platform, it's a lot of things that I don't agree with. And I tell y'all that consistently, constantly, every day. All right. And I stand on that. I'm not saying that, if you have a content creator that's selling you something different, cool. Everybody ain't going to follow what I'm telling you or take that advice. And so be it. But don't go under my comment section and be saying that, hey, so now we're telling them. No, I've been telling y'all that. Okay. If you don't want a woman who works and you want to just sit there and pay for everything and you got her out of the Foot Locker, as the lead attorney likes to say, go ahead and see how that works out for you once she pop out a couple buckaroos and she looking at your bank account and she like, you know what? I didn't have nothing when I came into this relationship. I didn't even help them build none of this shit. But now I'm gonna take half and then some. And I'm gonna have custody of the children. All your runarounds over across the street while she getting piped by some dude that don't even make as much as you. Think about what I'm saying here. All right. Y'all got to smarten up, man. These women, they got to work. You got to work, right? You want them to sit around and wait for this fictitious husband to come scoop a woman up that's at the club at 2 a.m. at night. You know what I'm saying? Eating fast food. And that's the type of woman that y'all want? Professional men, tradesmen that got skills. Y'all want that type of woman? Out of shape? Huh? Ass out at the rodeo? Yeah, we went. And it was embarrassing. It was absolutely embarrassing. We tried to go in the morning and they were still out there hanging out. Lord have mercy. That's what y'all want. Okay. But yeah, just don't come to my platform thinking that I'm the same as other people. No, you take that shit over there. When you come here, you're going to get the same message. Most women work, so you're going to get you a woman who works. Okay? God dog. He's one run around ass out and y'all complaining about me. And then also, what else? What else did I see? Oh, people asking for the dining etiquette video. How long ago did I put that video out? It was right before Christmas, I believe. Yeah, it was right before Christmas I put the dining etiquette video out. And now people are asking after I put that small clip into that video, where's the dining etiquette video? I'm like, bro, that just goes to show you that you guys don't pay attention to the types of stuff that's actually going to help you become a refined or a distinguished gentleman. Okay? That video, it ain't even hit. I don't even think it hit 1,000 likes yet or 1,000 views yet. But now everybody's talking about I could use that video. Y'all know I did like damn near a 2-hour live stream where I literally told y'all how to set a table, how to get up from a chair, all this type of stuff, proper etiquette, all this. Nobody watched it. And now people asking for where's the dining etiquette clip? It's good that you asking for it now, but I'm like, damn, man, I've been putting out this type of content for a while. So if y'all ask me to do it and I put it out, but you don't watch it, what's the point? And then you get in the comments and you complain about the women not knowing how to carry themselves. Why not, get this message from me? Why not? Why can't I tell women, hey, you might want to, watch the language. You might want to not smoke. You might want to get in the gym. It only makes sense, guys. Come on now. We got a super chat. We got what was that? Leon 008. What up though? Said my wife has her money and access to her father's. It's funny. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Thank you, brother. I'm like, God, dog, man, I'm trying to help y'all out as much as possible. Brendan, what up though? With the $20 bomb, said Media Man dropping hot fire and next level game out the gate. He said, y'all getting both barrels tonight. All jokes aside, thank you for all the knowledge, brother. And I'm just trying to pass it on. Like, God, and you know what's funny? If you've been following my channel for a while, I've mentioned multiple times that when I do like the suit live streams, how to select the tie, how to tie. I even taught y'all how to tie a bow tie. Most people don't know how to tie a bow tie. Okay? So I did all these types of videos because you guys requested it. And I told you it literally takes me out of the algorithm. But if I felt that it would help, I don't mind taking time out of my, my week to put this stuff together, to put information out there for you guys that can help you in the real world. But then when I put it out there, nobody watches it. So what's the point? It's like, God, dog. And then you complain about, like I said, you complain about the women not knowing how to carry themselves. Everybody see it. You know what I'm saying? But damn, I'm trying to take instead of sitting there complaining, oh man, look at this girl, 2 inches above the thing, ass out, hanging out. If you notice, I always say something about it. I say, hey, you may want to change up your wardrobe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You may not want to eat, on camera with your mouth wide open, chewing with your mouth wide open. Trying to help. Like, God, dog, what you want me to do? Sit there and talk crazy about these women and not say nothing to help them? Spend with the guys. Speaking of the guys, tune in at 9 a.m. tomorrow. I got a video dropping for the guys. Yeah, you suck MCs. Oh, we almost missed Sugar Free. Hold on.
I just dedicate my whole rap style into just talking about a bitch bad to where, I mean, it's a difference. You got bitches and you got women. You know what I'm saying? And I grew up dealing with a whole bunch of bitches. You know what I mean? So you develop a way to deal with them. And, I like to be known for the one who really gave it to him.
I'm going to start getting those girls that's cursing men out in public. That's the type of women that y'all want. All right. Cursing men out. I love it though. All right. All right, let's get to Meet2Marry, man. I'm just trying to help as much as possible, man. But I definitely will repost the etiquette video so you guys can check that out. I have some other videos out there in regards to like manners. So I'll find them. I definitely clip them up so you guys can have those as well. Yeah, just trying to put my stamp out here. We just can't sit there and, you know, laugh at people. We got to give some advice. I mean, that's what we're here for, right? And I always call on you guys in the chat. If you got advice, hey, let them know. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, let's get to Meet2Marry. Shout out to GMT. Episode 6. Where did we leave off? God dang it. We gonna see. Hold on. Let's get the update. Shout out to GMT. Make sure you give them a view over there. Like, share, and subscribe. Let's get to it. Here we go. Oh, wait. I missed the super chat. Oh, we got GMT in the video. In the building. What up, though? GMT with the $10 bonds. Shout out to my brother, Media Man, and chat. We up. Absolutely, brother. Man, thank you for being there, man. I knew he was going to pop up. Hold on. I think I missed the super chat. GMT in the building. Let's see here. We got Dante Bryant, the $5 bomb said, all I was thinking about hearing all the debauchery at the Houston rodeo was, I can't wait to hear Media Man's expertise after this is over. Wait, yeah, give me some time. Give me what? The onset of most curable STIs about 10 to 14 days. So we're going to see. That's when people start filing in, and we're going to see what's going on. You know, people asking for antibiotics. We're going to see. I know the nurses, you know, all the texts. We're going to see those messages, those scripts. We're going to have to review and see what regions, what cities, where they came from, the contact list. People flew in. I told you, Houston is one of the new places for spring break. And I don't know how it happened, but we here now. So now, you know, we may, you know, some of our public health technicians may have to contact people out of state, even maybe out of the country. Who knows? Hopefully they actually know their names. Most of them really don't. So men and women, you ask them like, hey, who did you sneak in with? It was some girl. She was wearing pink. And brother, what are we supposed to do with that? What are we supposed to do with that? She was wearing pink. I met her in this club. You know, we went outside. We got to it. You thought that was a good idea? Young folks funny as hell, man. All right, let's get back to it. Shout out to GMT, man. Here we go. Hey. Hey, see, okay. They coupled up already, snuggled up. I like that. Goodness, that's Kendra. Okay, all right, I like it. Yeah.
Kendra and Marcus, it's good to meet you both for the first time, of course. Yeah. My name is Quest Green. I am a certified marriage and relationship coach. And it's going to be my pleasure, honor, and privilege to be able to walk through this process with you, right? And have these conversations so that we can make sure we're making good decisions as it relates to relationship, right?
Yes. Yes. Couples therapy. I did mention that. Yeah. Last week. This is actually a good thing. I mean, I'm not sure how far they are into their, I don't know if they're in a relationship yet, but this is actually a good thing to put everything out there. Strengths, weaknesses, probably, you know, what did we talk about? Past issues from old relationships. Yeah, I remember all this stuff. So this should be good. Oh, this should be good. Let's see.
So from what I understand, you chose each other in terms of a match. What are some of the things that you are looking forward to in this experience?
Ladies first. Okay. Yeah. I'm looking for a connection.
Yeah.
I'm looking for understanding and someone to listen to what my desires are and just my dreams and having a non-judgmental outlook. More so. Partnership. More so than anything.
What have your past relationships looked like? Let's deal with the most recent.
There we go. Yep. All right. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Past relationships.
What were some of the pros and what were some of the cons that led to a breakup and then possibly looking elsewhere for a relationship?
Not listening. More of just trying to go to solution-based versus actually just listening. Of course, we always want a solution, but...
Wait, did she say she doesn't listen or he didn't listen? I missed that. Let me go back. Hold on. Let me get the super chat. I want to know if she said that she didn't listen in her past relationship or he didn't. Who we got? We got Maze in the building with the 1999 euros. Said Don Julio, lemon pepper wings, BBL, and baby daddies equal spring break patty. Yeah, that's what's going on. Where you at in Europe, man? Thank you. Yeah, I like her locks as well. Yeah, locks always look great. But I mean, black women can wear damn near everything. Shit, it don't matter. Yeah, her locks look amazing. So they look comfortable, man. But I want to hear what she said. Did she say she doesn't listen or he didn't?
To solution-based versus actually just listening. Of course, we always want a solution, but to solution listening.
Yeah.
Let me go back.
What were some of the pros and what were some of the cons that led to a breakup and then possibly looking elsewhere for a relationship?
Not listening.
Yeah.
More of just trying to go to solution-based versus actually just listening. Of course, we always want a solution, but when you're being interrupted in a story, when you're trying to let them know what's going on, they interrupt you for a solution versus just trying to understand what you're going through.
Yeah.
That's kind of what led to my last breakup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so he didn't listen to her, I suppose. Okay.
That's understandable. Marcus, what are some of the things that you're looking forward to in this journey?
So for me personally,
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. ASC Olu in building. What up, though? Hey, can you let me know if the picture is good, sound good? Just put a 1 in the chat if everything is good. I'll continue.
I'm looking for my companion. I'm looking for that person that I can not only, pour into them, they pour into us, and we grow as a unit. Similar to Kendra, someone to listen, someone to be there. And just most important, just communicate. Just be you. And don't feel like you can't be yourself with me. Like, let's be ourselves together.
Authentic. Yeah. I'll ask you the same question. When was your last relationship and what were some of the things that led to the breakup?
So my last relationship was 2018. So we grew distance. Like we were together for like 4 years. And I believe once she went to get her master's and stuff, that same kind of connection we had in college wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
So I realized during that time I was pouring so much into her, but I wasn't pouring back into myself. She wasn't pouring into,
okay, you weren't pouring into you.
So he said his last relationship was 2018, and that was I assume his college sweetheart. She went back to school to get her master's, and they grew apart. I mean, I'm gonna assume here she probably found some dude or whatever. It is what it is. Typically happens. I mean, I guess he's young, so I mean, I guess that's a lesson learned. And he said that he was putting too much into her, and she wasn't pouring back into him. So hopefully he learned from that, and he knows how to move accordingly and understands what reciprocity actually looks like. And since he's been single since 2018, what is that, 6 years? I mean, that may be tough. Hopefully he developed some strength in that area to where he can understand you can't, I mean, yes, you're gonna be you regardless. But when you start to understand that a woman is not reciprocating, then that's when you need to cut it off. Simple. All right. Hopefully he learned.
2018, that's a large stretch.
Yeah,
Was that about 7 years? Why now as opposed to jump back into the relationship game? Why now?
I've tried dating on and off. Start off great, but then something like, that don't seem right, or, there's red flags. And honestly, I probably had my own issues as well, which, made me say, hey, maybe I need to take a step back.
What are they? Brother, you didn't have 7 years to figure that out, to take care of that. You said it was your issues. What was the issues?
But now that I believe I've gotten over that, doing therapy and stuff, I think I I'm truly ready to
yeah.
find that next person.
And that's a good amount of time to. Let me ask you this: what are some of the things that you've learned about yourself during that period from 18?
Good. Hey, this brother he's on it. Let me stop talking. He got it.
To now that has prepared you to jump back into a relationship?
First, patience. I had to relearn what patience was. Right. I think as we grow, I think our levels of patience dwindles.
Bruh.
So, for me, it was like, I have to learn patience is a virtue, and you have to sometimes wait to really see the bigger picture of things.
Yeah.
So,
You know what? I think this is my opinion. When you get older, if you're dating older, let's say 35 and up, all that teaching and explaining should be out the window. And let me explain what I'm saying here. You as a man, you shouldn't have to tell a woman, hey, stop flirting with the guy at the bar. You talking to him like that. Stop touching his arm when you're talking to him. Don't be going and saying crazy things, and put me in a bad situation. If a woman is 35 up and she don't understand that by now, let that woman go. Because you as a grown-ass man, you don't have time to be educating some old woman about how she's supposed to move and how she's supposed to make sure that she respects the relationship. Okay? Younger women, which is what y'all say, y'all like, oh, I want a younger woman. But then you don't like the fact that you got to teach this woman something, okay? Because she don't know shit. So if you're an older man, 35 and up, and you're trying to get a younger woman, she may not know no better. So now you got to teach her. But these older women, they know better. So if an older woman is acting a fool and she don't know how to carry herself, she's doing that intentionally, on purpose, just to trigger you. I'm giving y'all some game, okay? And that goes for the men too. It's certain things that you should already know. Don't be flirting with people in front of your girl. Don't be, acting crazy, crashing out and shit, because that's not a good look. Once you get to a certain age, these are the things that you're supposed to be working on when if you've been single for a long time. He's been single for 7 years, so he should know how to carry himself in a relationship and develop that patience. But if this is an older woman, you should know how to carry yourself. Absolutely, as 100%. Stop, okay? I'd hate to see. Yeah, you ain't got to teach no older woman nothing. If she ain't got it now, let her go. End it. Shit, we too grown for this. All right.
So, I mean, that was the biggest thing. It's like I had to relearn the definition of patience and just more so like doing things for me.
Yeah, that's big.
That was, I was always a people pleaser. But now it's like, don't get me wrong, I still love making sure the people I care about are good, but I'm putting myself first. In anything, God,
and not from a selfish place, of course, right?
Of course, God first, but everything dealing with me. If it's meant for me, if it feels right, if it aligns, sometimes things may require work, but at the end of the day, if it ain't for me, it ain't for me.
Yes, sir. So
that's right. Hey, and real quick, in regards to that respect aspect, I told this story before. I remember when I was training at Langley Air Force Base. I believe, it was Langley Air Force Base. I was doing some sort of training. I forgot what it was, but we all went out as a team. This guy that I was with, he brought his wife with him. He was training with us, and I guess they were from the Southern Virginia area. So his wife was there, and we all went to this what's that? It's like an Irish pub restaurant, like McCormick's or something like that. It's some name like that, right? We all met there, and while we were waiting to get in, the guy that was working the front door of this Irish restaurant, he had like a large, well-maintained beard, black dude. He's about 6'2", 6'3". Okay, and his wife, the guy that I was training with, his wife was like maybe about 5'4", so she was kind of looking up. And she came in there, with all the energy or whatever. You could tell she was an extrovert. She wasn't in the military. But when we got to the door, she looked at the guy with the beard and she was like, oh my God, you have a nice beard. And she like kind of grabbed it. And her husband was right there. And he didn't say anything. And I'm like, I was confused. I was like, wait, hold on now. And she like, you know what I'm saying? Like she grabbed, like, you know how women like, I see a dude with a beard and they kind of do like this if they're trying to flirt. She did that in front of her husband. And I was sitting there like, I was like, that's odd. Like he seems like he's used to this. Yeah, and she was like really, you know, one of them outgoing, you know, really like life of the party type women. And she was like, oh, you have a nice beard. I was like, ugh. Things like that. You shouldn't have to explain. You know what I'm saying? And I was always like, I always remember that situation. I was like, damn, that was kind of crazy. But he didn't seem to mind, so it is what it is. So, but if I was the guy that was working the door, he was probably thinking, oh yeah, she ready to go. You know, I could get that. I know I can get it. That was weird as hell. All right, let's continue.
I wanted to ask the same question to you as well. Okay. How long has it been between the last relationship and John?
I see y'all saying names. If anybody is in Southern Virginia around the Langley Air Force Base area, you know, the downtown area by the water, there's like a little, you know, walking district area with like the cobblestone. You know what I'm talking about? 757 area, yeah. It's like cobblestone area walking around, and it was like right there on the corner. I remember that restaurant. It was like an Irish pub, something like that. I forgot what it's, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But if you in that area, I'm gonna actually be there second week of April. That's where my wife from. But yeah, so yeah, I'm gonna get it. It was something McCormick's, yeah, like O'Malley's or some shit like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Why is that bothering me? But all right, here we go.
Been into or deciding to jump back into relationship again, or
okay,
dating, if you will.
I mean, I waited about a year because I'm divorced. I am divorced.
Oh, okay.
So we were together for 3 years. Didn't have any kids. So in the state of Virginia, because there's no kids, we can get divorced within 6 months.
Oh, wicked.
So that was a quick process.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So divorce finalized, and I was probably single for like maybe a year and a half before I jumped into a relationship. And that ended because of lack of understanding, lack of communication. Just with my job of what I do. I'm in the car industry. So long hours. Like sometimes I'll say I'll be there 8 o'clock, but then I get a customer at 7:30 and then I don't leave till 10. So it just, after a while, people get tired of that. Like they feel as though that you're playing with their time. And it's like, I'm not, I'm really not. It's just, I got to provide for myself, you know?
Yeah, and she actually makes a great point. Like I was saying, these women have to provide for themselves while they're not in a relationship. That's perfectly fine. However, when you work a job like that, where you're like on call, if somebody comes in, she's, you know, I guess she works at a car dealership. She may be a car salesman. So she could be probably getting off at like 7 or 8. But if somebody come in at 7:45, then she got to stay back and try and get that sale. I get that. But on her end, when you work a job like that, you have to make sure your planning is immaculate. My advice for women who work, you know, jobs like that have odd hours, I would say plan your dates around the days that you actually have off. Because if you try and plan it for after work, you never know what could happen. Does that make sense? So my advice for women like this is plan all of your dates or time spent when you actually have a true day off, because you never know what could happen. Because where's my homeboy work? God dang it. Where Jimmy work? This month. Man, I'm tempted to call his ass. He works what's it? Oh yeah, he janitorial services for he owns a janitorial service building, right? Our company, where they like clean like some of the high rises in Houston, right? So if some of if some of the companies stay back, then his team has to wait or whatever, right? And sometimes he'll go up there and check, so he never knows when he's going to get off sometimes. Okay, so he has to plan all of his time with his family on his real days off. Okay, so my advice to working women, if you're trying to cultivate a relationship with a man, to save yourself some, you know, like she said, her people get tired of that because she probably had to cancel a couple of times. And the dudes is like, God dang, every time we have to, we try and make a date, you got to cancel. And that's probably because she's trying to schedule dates after work. And sometimes that may not work. Not all the time, but sometimes it may not work. So just my advice. Okay. So let's see here. Queese, what up though? $5 bomb said my ex flirted with another man in my face on vacation. Wow. Didn't say anything because so much stuff happened that day. Broke up with her. Men speak up. Yeah. And you ain't got to cause a scene, right there, but you need to let her know. And you don't give too many chances, man. Like I said, sometimes younger women, they get a little bit of grace, but an older woman, oh, no. No. Run a strict program, man, because she definitely know better. She know better, okay? So let's get to it.
So
let me ask you this question. Before you got married, did you guys do any kind of premarital counseling or premarital coaching prior to?
No.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Not to say that's, but this is the reason why we're going through the motions now, right? So we can just pay attention to a couple of things. I wanted to, well, before I ask you, one of the things that I do as a coach is I run a company called The Greenhouse. And 4 pillars that there are is foundation, love, lifestyle, and legacy. Who you are as an individual, of course, is a foundation. You don't build anything without a foundation.
So The Greenhouse, y'all support that. You could check it out. The Greenhouse.
Foundation, right? And of course, there's the love. All the pillars are self-explanatory. The lifestyle you build around that love, and then the legacy you pass on to your children, and so on and so forth. Who do you guys believe that you are in terms of foundation that makes you ready for relationship or ready for dating or getting back into that
out of the 4 pillars, or
no, just from the foundation perspective, like who you are as an individual? Because I'm sure that you've learned some things along the way from the divorce till now, some things you've learned after that last relationship. How do you believe that from a foundational perspective, who you are as an individual that makes you prepared to jump back into the dating scene?
I'll say being divorced absolutely helped me with my relationships now, because I have a patience, a better understanding of outside of myself. Like, okay, these are my emotions and that's another person. Like, just because I'm feeling this way doesn't mean that he's supposed to feel this way. Like, I can communicate that, but do it in a way that is a way for him to understand versus me just attacking the person with the emotions that I have.
You've learned to be a little bit more empathetic.
Yes, more empathetic and calmer. Because I'm not naturally a calm person. I'm like very rowdy. So in the intimate
you know what? I could tell, but I'm gonna let her finish. Okay.
Situation is kind of hard to keep like the model tone.
Right.
I'm passionate. Like, my voice is gonna fluctuate.
Right.
So having that, learning to do this in a conversation versus raising your voice, because I've learned that once you start raising your voice, guys, it turns off. So it's like, okay, I need you to listen.
I'm glad that she caught that. Yeah, that could be a bad deal in a relationship. My God, I'm glad. I think I could tell that she has that type of temperament, because if I remember correctly, the way that I described her on the thumbnail or on the title was like firecracker. I think I said that, if I'm not mistaken. So I can kind of tell that. But one of the things that we learned in couples counseling, and this tends to happen with women, your problems that you feel passionate about, the man may not feel as passionate about. Okay? And that doesn't mean he doesn't care as much as you. It's just how a man's brain is wired to start finding solutions first. Okay? Now, I told y'all that story where I said, hey, sometimes I was a little bit too solution-based, where I said that, if my wife came to me with a problem, and this was prior to us getting married, my first instinct is to be like, okay, this is what we need to do to fix it. What do I need to do? Where do I need to, what do I need to do to help you out with this? Because I'm trying to help her, but sometimes women just want you to listen. And they just want to, what I'm saying? Hey, let me go ahead and vent to you. And I know, guys, sometimes that could be a tedious situation. I get it, and you don't want to do it, but sometimes you got to sit there and you just listen. And then it got to a point where in couples counseling, they told me to say, hey, do you want my help, or you just want me to listen? And I started to do that until I got comfortable with my wife to know when she wanted me to chime in or when she asked me to chime in. I need your help on this. You want me to help or you want me to listen? You got it? You good? You know what I'm saying? But sometimes being a laid back guy is, you know, your woman is like very passionate about something and she's like, yeah, because this, and this. And you sitting there like, and your wheels is turning, but you being calm and not at her level of pissivity, that could get pissed off at you. Like, man, you don't hear what I'm saying. It's like, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out how we gonna get past this. But sometimes they want you to be as passionate. But I'm glad that she figured this out. And like, hey, when I raise my voice, men will check out. Some men, me, will stop you in your tracks and be like, hold on now. Who you yelling at? Relax. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna get threatened with a machete now. But I'm gonna say, hey, you know, calm down. Like, what you doing? Like, relax. I'm right here. I'll say stuff like that. Okay. So, but sometimes, dudes will sit there, your voice start, you know, getting high, and he just sit there and not say nothing. Nah, we got to look. You came to me because you want help or you want me to listen. All right. But one thing you're not gonna do is sit there and try and, you know, raise your voice at me and get mad at me. You came for help. So let's get this together. You know what I'm saying? And so that goes to the process of learning each other. Okay. So yeah. So, but you could tell she's a firecracker. You could definitely tell.
To me. So let me keep this tone here so that I keep your attention.
That is super big.
So I learned that.
Yeah, I like that. Marcus, what about you?
Right.
I think for me, it is learning to be a leader, learning to lead. I think we know with marriage and just relationship in general, you know, you have to be able to lead and, you know, be that guy. Not everything's going to be right. You know, not everything's going to lead to success, but being able to take the steps forward and not be afraid of what's to come because you have somebody with you. You know, for me, I had to learn how to be a leader because for me, my parents are a little bit older and sick. My mom had a stroke probably 2 years ago. So
sorry to hear that.
That caused me to have to step up with my other siblings to be able to, hey, we got to take care of this. We got to go do that. We got to make sure she goes to her appointments. I stay in Charlotte. She stays back in South Carolina. So I was traveling. I had got a new job and everything, but I had to navigate as a grown man and as a leader.
That's actually pretty big, because what are the parallels that you see between having to step up there and between relationship? Because we all know just because we're a leader, that doesn't necessarily mean control. Some people associate leadership with control, and that's not necessarily what leadership is. What do you see in terms of parallels between relationship and having to step up in family and do that as well?
It's just being there. I think when you feel like you have support behind you, it makes it so much easier for you to feel your feelings, to be able to express yourself, just to feel like you have a safe place, even when it feels like the walls are closing in on you.
Yep, I love it.
Let me, you know, and I wanted him to speak, and I'm glad that he admitted that he had to learn how to be a leader, right? That's actually a great trait, because we rarely hear men talk about that in these spaces. Everybody's supposed to be a big alpha man and you just know how to lead. Nah, it's definitely a learned. Some people are born leaders. I will get is some people that I met in the military, they were born to lead troops, to lead command, whatever. Some people had to be taught. I was a great follower, and then I became a great leader. In the military, they do an amazing job of teaching you followership first, so you can understand the role of a leader once you get to that point. Okay. So him saying, hey, man, I had to learn how to lead, you know, and you know, take care of my mom, my family or whatever. But one thing I will say, and I'm talking to any of the young men in the chat, if you are a man looking to get married, you cannot be selfish anymore. Okay? If you want to lead a household, none of that shit, that selfishness that you was carrying when you were single, don't bring that shit into a relationship, and definitely into a marriage, because you know what? Sometimes women have problems, okay? Not mentally, I'm talking about physically, monetarily, certain things that you just got to take care of. And it's just like, damn, man, why you didn't say nothing? You know what I'm saying? Hey, perfect example. When and I'm going back to when we were dating, right? My wife and I. I remember she came over my house one day and I was walking her back to her car. So she, she was about to go back home. And I kind of looked down and I seen that her tires was damn near bald, right? And I was like, hey, yo, I was like, when's the last time you got your tires changed? She's like, what do you mean? And I was like, what you mean? Like, how long you didn't have this car? She's like, oh, I've been riding in it for this amount of time. I was like, Lord have mercy. Tires bald and that. And me, I had been walking her to her car for a while, and I was pissed off at myself that I didn't look down and see that her tires was bald. I was like, man, you could have, I'm thinking ahead, like, man, you could have crashed or something. It snowed, it rained out here, and I'm just thinking about all this. So I was like, hey, we about to go right now. So I took her straight to the tire shop and I got her tires changed. And it's just little, I don't want to say little, big things, little things happen. And you're just like, damn, man, like, why you didn't, sometimes you want to say, why you didn't tell me? But sometimes they just don't know. And if you're a selfish guy, you're going to look at that and get pissed off. If their tire catches a flat and she calls you at 3 a.m., I'm stranded on the road. Oh my God. Did you got AAA? Man, oh my God, let me find my keys. If you act like that, she ain't gonna call you for shit. She ain't gonna call you for shit no more, bro. If you like this woman and you plan on marrying this woman, your mind, the first thing that you need to think in a situation like that, I need to get to her because I want to make sure that she's safe. That's the first thing. And when you start thinking like that, then you know that you actually kind of care about this woman. If it's a woman just some run around that you just been, she was useful to the group, then you may be like, man, what you calling me for? But if this is a girl that you want to marry, the first thing you thinking about is like, oh shit, where my keys at? Where you at? Send me your location. Let me get there. It's a difference. Mind switches. You go into leadership mode. You go into, I got to save this woman. I'm supposed to be her Superman. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds corny, but she gonna see you as that. When you pull up and she on the side of the road and you taking care of business, hey, I already called this or whatever. Here, get in my car. I got the heat on or whatever. Get out of here. I want you, let me move the car to the side of the road so it don't get hit. You start making moves and she gonna be looking at you like, damn, man, this dude just saved me. You know what I'm saying? And women remember things like that. So just make sure that you understand that sometimes you will have to help and it's not scheduled, okay? They have problems. Sometimes things happen, man. All right? I'm just trying to help y'all out, okay? All right, let's get to it.
I love it. Before we get out of here, I just want to let y'all know this is going to be a lovely journey. I'm listening to the two of you right now and you sound real solid. And my purpose here is going to be to walk with you as we navigate through this, just to make sure that we're having conversations that align with what you're looking for in terms of an end result as far as this relationship thing is concerned. So it's been a pleasure to meet you, Kendra.
Great.
Marcus, it's good to meet you as well.
Charlotte looks amazing. Hey, go kart. Hey man, y'all on a nice. You ain't got no other shirts, bro. Nice little shirt, man. I'm gonna see if I can get me some sponsorships with one of my favorite places. I got to get y'all brothers right. You could be casual, but not one of these, Walmart tees. Come on, brother.
What's going on, sis? Where you at? Listen, did I tell you? I matched with somebody on this show. Yeah, girl. Listen. I'm a little. I don't know what I'm feeling right now, but I'm waiting for her right now. She pretty, mad pretty.
Oh, he like her. See, yeah, his brother he said she mad pretty.
What you mean you don't know how you feel?
Like, I'm kind of nervous. Like, it's been a minute since I've been on a date, girl.
What's your drink?
date.
All right, a serious date. But you know what I mean. Like, she's gorgeous. Like,
Okay.
I didn't even think I was gonna be picked, honestly. I'm gonna be real with you.
Hey, I don't like all that. I think he said that when he was, man, don't say that. You knew confidence. Confidence is key. I honestly didn't know I was gonna get picked. Come on, man. Stand up. Yeah, what you mean? There's two other dudes there. So what? You there. So you knew you was gonna get picked. It is what it is. I think he's smitten by this woman, and he like, man, I ain't never had an attractive woman like this, so I don't know how to act. I didn't know she was gonna pick me. Brother, you good. Relax, man. Get you a nice little drink, shot of whiskey. Relax, man. You got it. But yeah, gotta have some confidence. Stand up.
Yeah, I ain't think. When she said she wanted to explore, I was like, I couldn't show my face right then, but I was like, huh?
Nah, man, you got it, bro. Yeah, tell him, sister. You got it, brother. Look at you. Go look. Hey, look yourself in the mirror and be like, man, look at all this. Why would she want this? You know what I'm saying? Ha, ha, ha. That's how you got to talk to yourself. Matter of fact, play some of that. Who sung that song? Keem. Was that Keem? Hakeem? Beautiful adjectives. Who was that? I'm gonna give y'all this song. All the men need to play. Good looking adjectives. It's by Akeem Ali. All right. Every time you wake up, are you in the shower? Play that song. Beautiful, handsome, pretty, fantastic, astonishing, also amazing. Don't you know? Look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that. Okay? You will feel bonita. Hey, Brendan, $2 Bob. Yeah, he's fighting well above his weight class. I think it's maybe his first, this may be the first woman that he probably wouldn't have shot his shot at because he probably thought that she was out of his league. So when she matched with him, he was like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I don't know how to act. But brother, keep it together. You can be all right. You good. You got a job. You college. Okay.
Listen, I was shocked. I was a little shocked now. But, we're going to make it work.
Yeah, call me when it's over.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too.
All right, bye.
Yeah, tell him. Get your drink.
All right.
Wait, what time is she supposed to show up?
Should be here in a little bit.
Yeah, you got a drink. Okay. She on the way.
Matter of fact, can I get the shot mixed with do y'all got like lemonade or pineapple juice?
I have both.
Let me do lemonade.
There you go.
I'm stuck here.
Jesus. Oh, what'd she say? Wait a minute. Oh, wait.
She should be here in a little bit. Matter of fact, can I get the shot mixed with do y'all got like lemonade or pineapple juice?
I have both.
Let me do lemonade.
I'm stuck here.
Oh, you still at work? Damn.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's my fault. God dang it. There I go again. I did this. I said that. God dang it. Yeah, I did say, I was like, man, oh, that was me. I jinxed the show. Oh no. She at work. That's the same issue that she had last time. Oh no. So it's date night, and she's trying to skip. Oh no. Everyone's Reek $5 bomb said this part irritates. Oh, you seen it. God dang it. There it is, man. All right.
I'm still at work.
Yeah, it's all good. I was definitely looking forward to, just playing these games and talking some But
We are. We are. Don't say that. Don't say that we're not. Because we definitely are.
Yeah, I
Unless
know.
you don't want to wait for me anymore.
No, you know I'm gonna wait for you. Don't do that.
Oh.
It's all good.
I said 7, and it's 2 hours later. Like,
Oh, she was supposed to be there at 7? God dog, brother. Hey. Hey, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, wrap. I'm done. And I thought she was supposed to be there at like 8:30 or something. And I've mentioned this before. I've chastised young women on being prompt. You know, don't use that fashionably late foolery. I despise that. I mean, it may be something to do with my military background, but if you late, it's curtains. That's it. You know, damn, he was waiting for 2 hours. Is this the first time she calling him? Oh, this is no good. Yeah, 15 minutes, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the house, kicked feet up, something. Hey.
out of my control completely.
And listen, let me tell you this. I understand things happen. You working, baby. Yeah, baby. Like, it is what it is. You feel me? You're working. So, at the end of the day.
Hey, no, look, young guys, in situations like this, it's not your responsibility to explain what's going on. That's her job. She's late. She's supposed to be making new plans to meet up right there on the spot if she really likes you. It is not your job to be, hey, it's okay, baby. No. If she like you, she's supposed to be making the plans. Hey, yo, I couldn't make it today, but I'm off this time, so we going out this time on this day. Are you free? That's her job, not your job. Now you chasing, okay? That's just a little tip from your aunt, man. You know what I'm saying? If a woman, you know, if she misses a date, it's her responsibility to make sure that she makes that up, okay? And I would even go as far as to say that, hey, you know, she need to be like, yo, I'm going to treat you. You know what I'm saying? Since you was waiting there for 2 hours, when we go out next time, the dinner is on me. You know, I still want to see you. Just, you know, hey, let me know if you free this day. I'm off. Let's get to it. But you as a man, he a little bit, probably tipsy a little bit. So he just talking like, man, I thought I was going to see this woman. But just be mindful of this. Don't explain her flaw. She messed up, not you. Okay? You was there on time. Now she got to make sure that she make that time up. Don't suggest any new dates. That's on her. If she don't suggest anything, there's your answer. Go out there on the dating market and find another woman. It's done. Okay? Don't play, man. You got too much going on. Don't do that. Edwards Reed $2 super chat said that man got the hurt face right here. Yeah, and I know it's kind of messed up, but damn, man. But hopefully he takes this as a learning, you know, lesson. And yeah, I don't know. Maze 199 euros, 2 hours. That brother's starving. Yeah, he did wait 2 hours. Goodness gracious. And he man, hey, if I'm already at the place and they got go-karts around there, I would have been on it. I would have been first, second, third place. We got Andretti racing out here, man. Shit. Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. So shit. Let me see. All right, we got them all. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, stop explaining, man. Don't explain.
You know, I understand. You got to make that money. You got to do what you got to do.
Okay.
So ain't no hard feelings. I appreciate, you know, just telling me what was up.
You're talking too much.
It's all good.
Okay, I really do appreciate your patience. I really do.
All right, so Ginger didn't come. Like, how do you feel about that?
I mean, she had to work, so I'm not upset or anything. I get it. You know, work. You got to work. You got to make that money. So at the end of the day, I appreciate her reaching out and letting me know what was up. She's
brother. 2 hours later, though, like the date was at 7, and she called you at what 8:40. Like, bro, take a hint.
Still trying to get up and do something. So I'm not really too worried about it.
Okay. So what's next then? So you guys are gonna try to move forward with another date?
Oh yeah. Like we're gonna work something out. We're gonna talk.
No, she worked something out, bro. She worked something out.
And try to get something going for sure.
Okay, that's good. Well, looking forward to seeing you and recording with you the next week.
Oh yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Damn, man. I don't want to read too much into that, man. But that's not necessarily a good sign, especially if that's their first date. I'm not sure if I'm feeling that interaction where she's like, "Oh, it's just work." I promise you, bro. Women will make time for the things and the men that they like, regardless if work is going on, whatever. I promise you, man. If anything that you get from this stream, man, women will make time. You hear all these women talking about they busy, they got this going on, they got 1 job, 2 job, 3 job, they got businesses. But I promise you, if it's a guy that they like, they will move mountains. Okay? And I'm not sure if I'm feeling this interaction. I'm gonna pray for him. Hopefully everything work out. But I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. HVAC man, $5 bomb said, time for the gym, my guy. He's definitely not confident. He got to challenge that inner Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, man. I promise, if he can, like you said, take your advice, get in that gym. He already a tall dude, man. Hey, get in that gym, get healthy, eat right, brother. This shit will never happen again. Because so I know I say that. I was talking to a taller gentleman, 6'4", on console. He's out of shape. I'm like, brother, are you listening to what women are saying on the dating market? You got a leg up. You tall. You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth. It's like, brother, but the only thing that you missing is you need to get in that damn gym. And even then, sometimes you could be a tall dude and be chubby or, be effed up in the face, but these women be so infatuated with tallness, they'll overlook some shit. So I'm like, man, just imagine if you get in shape and all you hear is women saying, I need my guy to be 6 feet and up. Now it's 6'2". Brother, you 6'4". You know what I'm saying? You got a leg up. All right? Get in that damn gym. Shit, get to it. No. HVAC man, $2 Bob says she don't like him, period. I said, I don't want to, we ain't seen the whole show. I pray that's not it, but damn. I'm going to pray for him. Edwards Rick, $5 bomb says she knows her schedule is inconsistent, but it seems like she's not trying to put effort into making it work with the man. Yeah, she said it was an issue, so she identified it, but she's just not putting it into practice. But like I said, when you work a job to where the hours fluctuate, you may want to schedule all of your events or planning, whatever, dates on off days. That will definitely help. So it's my opinion. See here. Quiz, $5 bomb said 2 hours is unacceptable. We all have to work and make time for things that are important. He needs to move and some inner work, do some inner work. Okay. Yeah, man. Damn. All right, let's see what's going on. Hey, okay. Young folks. Oh, they look like a nice little couple. Goodness. Look at it. Wasn't they both like, I think he was 24 and she was 23? Oh, man. Okay. Young folks. Let's see. Maze, 499 euros said she better hope that all that work is worth it. You can't get the time back. Yeah, man. Make time for, things that you like. So, Leanne's the Nathan.
Well, hello, you lovely couple. Hi. How are y'all today?
Doing well.
That's good. That's good. My name is Candace Moffitt. I am a licensed mental health counselor.
Oh, wow.
And I own a company called New Vision Therapy and Wellness. And I'm excited to be
New
here with
Vision
you guys
Therapy
today.
and Wellness.
Just a, little introduction, not too much. So just relax and let's see why you're here today.
My name is Quest Green. I am a certified marriage coach. I deal with premarital as well. I'm the CEO and founder of a company called The Greenhouse that helps marriages and relationships grow. And same thing, I'm with her. We just want to have a conversation today about, what you guys are looking for and the direction that you want to move in as far as relationship is concerned. So we'll just start off by telling us a little bit about yourselves.
My name is Nathan White, Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Come on.
I'm a veteran out of the Navy.
Did he say he was a veteran last time? Navy veteran? Oh, thank you for your service, good brother. Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Some things about myself. I love to go to the gun range. I love to go skating, hiking. A lot of those things, and just more stuff I'm still discovering because I'm kind of new to the city, so finding those new hobbies.
I love it.
Awesome.
I love it.
Where are you located now?
Uptown Charlotte.
Uptown.
Right in the heart.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta feel the experience. I gotta hop in the midst of Charlotte.
Come on.
All right.
Hi, I'm Aaliyah. I'm a current student at Winthrop University. I'm a senior, about to graduate soon. Majoring in biology, concentration in pre-PA.
Come on.
Yes, I want to be a PA in dermatology, open up my own spa, all those things.
Come on.
As far as hobbies go and how I like to enjoy my time, I love to sing. I sing a lot. I dance. I'm on the dance team. I'm at my school as well. I do a lot, so I like to read. I love watching movies, all those good things.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about where you guys are wanting to move in terms of relationship, because from what I understand, you chose each other in terms of the whole series of the show, correct? And what is the direction that you want to head in terms of relationship? You want to see it matriculate from where you are to hopefully where?
Definitely a serious relationship. Somebody I can bond with and enjoy their hobbies, and they be able to enjoy mine as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
For me,
hey, GMT, let me ask you a question. How long have they been like seeing each other? Like at the time of this therapy, like have they had time to hang out already, or is this the first time that they're actually hanging out? Because it don't seem like they have a connection just yet. It seemed like they're just still, I guess, getting to know each other. So I'm curious to know, if you're still in the chat, have they been, is this like maybe 2 weeks later or something like that? I'm not sure. But yeah, has there been some time to where they would have a chance to get to know each other before this? Let's see. Jim, thank you. Said we did the therapy a week after. Okay, so yeah, all right. So they ain't really had time to, like talk to each other or bond. I get it. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you. Just had that question because I'm looking at the body language. I don't know. It's like a little cold.
Honestly, I can say similarly. A serious relationship, if it goes in that direction, for sure. I'm kind of looking for a life partner. I want somebody who can support me, and I'm looking for someone I can support as well and uplift.
I like that.
Awesome.
I like that.
So, curious about ages. How old are you?
I am 24.
Okay.
23.
Yeah, young.
I just turned 23 in June.
Oh, wow.
Awesome. So not too far, right?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Leah, with you being in school, what are your goals? Like, do you plan to stay in this area, or where are you trying to?
As of right now, I do want to stay in the area. I actually live in Rock Hill currently because of where I go to school, and I kind of love the city. It's right near Charlotte too, so I get access to, the different, communities. So yeah.
Awesome. Woo up. Okay.
Woo vibe.
Yes. Woo alum. Yes. So I definitely went to Winthrop. That's awesome. It's a beautiful school.
Oh, they went to the same college. That's cool.
Yeah. We're gonna have to connect for sure.
Definitely. Yes.
I know a lot of the times when we get on the topic of relationship, right, we always talk about the things that we're looking for collectively. What are some of the things that you think about yourself that said to you, you know what, I'm ready in this season of life for a relationship?
I've discovered through many trials and many tribulations, just on my own, I finally discovered peace for myself, or happiness for myself. I know what that is, what that looks like. I find joy in my own time. So wow, that calming state is like, okay, it's safe for somebody else to step into that type of environment. All right. Leah?
For me, I would have to say kind of like the transformation that I've been going through since my last long-term and serious relationship, which was 3 years ago. A lot of heartbreak and a lot of different aspects where I kind of beat myself down a lot, and just what that rebuilding process looked like, especially with how God has entered in differently. Because like I grew up in the church, but finding him and what he looks like for me, that relationship with him after going through something so difficult, definitely makes that whole transformation process more beautiful.
Okay, so it seemed like she got closer to God after her breakup. Okay, so some healing was going on. All right, that's good.
And I feel like at this point in time, after, spending so much time alone and recognizing who my real friends are and who my family is, now I kind of want to experience this happiness with somebody else, this newfound like joy that I'm having within myself and within my space. Yeah.
Well, I mean, for a young woman, she seems very intentional. She's trying to cultivate a relationship, or she's open to it. All right.
Are you both believers?
Certainly.
Okay. How important is it for you to have God in your relationship?
Number one.
There we go.
That's good. Yeah, it sounds like they both have done the work, right? And they both have that foundation coming from the heartbreak, coming from the trials, that you've been able to see yourself in a new way, that you've done the work. Because a lot of times in relationships, we see as, when we meet those couples, what we see a lot of times is they haven't done the work. And then that brings more trauma and chaos in the relationship. So both of you have done the work.
Yeah, that's
so
good.
Since you guys have done the work, what can you bring to the relationship? And when you answer this question, can you look at each other and...
See, I thought I was tripping. GMT, I thought I was tripping. She said, can you look at each other? Man, I've been doing this too long. I thought that too. I was like, it seemed like but they seem like they have so many things in common, but they're not. It's not you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying get close, but make some eye contact. Like when he talking, look at. I don't know. It's just I don't like it.
Tell the person, what can you bring to the relationship?
I can bring support. I feel like I want to support you in everything that you do. And that goes for, any partner. But I feel like I want to show up. I want to be there. I want to be somebody that could be a listening ear for you, as well as someone, if you would like that advice or another thought, another brain, put our brains together and figure it out. Yeah, figure it out. I think that.
Yeah. So, and again, guys, your wife will always be your valued counsel. Okay. And some things you're going to just have to understand that she better than you at. All right. So every time it ain't going to be a situation where you like, hey, I got the best answer. Brother, being a leader is knowing when to delegate. All right. So I'm just letting you know. So her saying support and, hey, man, she's going to be your valued counsel. Always, when you have to make certain decisions, you may have the last say if you follow the order of the household. I understand if you are a believer, but certain decisions you don't make without your wife's value counsel, okay? Because remember, I mean, if you get an educated woman, you want to put that shit to use, okay? All right, let's get to it.
That's kind of like outside of that, genuine. I'm very genuine. I like to be very honest, a good communicator. So I feel like I could bring a good foundation for, growth as an individual and in our relationship.
Can't beat that one. I'd definitely say happiness in a way that's like those times where you might be going through as you're developing and going into your career more and stuff like that, just being there for you in ways, or that constant with you or our relationship with God, things like that.
it's been nice meeting you guys today,
That was
and
good.
really excited to take this journey with you.
Super.
Yeah, and we will be doing more more couple sessions, more individual sessions. So looking forward to getting to know you guys more, and just being able to see if this is truly a meet to marry.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think one of the things, just continue conversing, continue talking. And like she said, we want to be a part of the journey, just providing information for you that'll allow you to make good decisions, right? They say information changes situations. So hopefully we'll be able to do that for you as we walk with you throughout this journey.
Yeah, I like that. See, these two young folks, man, see, if I was a matchmaker, I'd be like, man, they seem like they have a lot in common. That's cool. Hey, escape room. Hey, have y'all did this before? We got one up the street, man. It's pretty fun. Do one of the escape rooms. Let's see what they got going on. Indiana Black. Hey, go have some fun. Oh, she showed up. Yeah, see, nice little hug, man. See, now what if he didn't have like some cologne on, or he stunk? Like she gave you a nice little neck hug. That's when she's supposed to lean in, you know what I'm saying? Smell that smell good, man. Make sure you get your fragrance game up, you know?
No, you had some fries. Wow, 5 absolute fries. You had some 5 fries. Thank you. So I get.
Interact with everything you find and solve puzzles to uncover the treasure. If you fail, the door will be sealed once more, and you will surely perish. Can you locate the journal, find the treasure, and escape the temple before it's too late? Time is of the essence.
Yeah.
Time is of the essence.
It's a fun day. There we go.
Yes. This is 2.
Oh. Hurry up.
This is 2. Yeah. 1, 6.
Yeah. Open.
Woo! We did.
Yeah.
Okay. Keepers. I'll translate those symbols into the templates on the giant wheel. Whoa.
Oh.
Okay. I'm not a fan of the animals.
Oh.
Tough loss for our lovers. It's okay. All that matters is that you guys had fun.
Oh, goodness. Look at this. See, they so sweet, man. Go ahead. Go ahead and make you a little love connection.
Went to the tablet. She didn't even look. So the animals the tiger.
See, they seem like a little bit more like calm now. See, they talkative. They not awkward.
She's like, yeah, I can show y'all the tablet. And that's gonna open the door. But how is the wall supposed to take us over there to take us through the door? Second spell tiger. I want to know how to spell tiger. That's what I'm Oh no, I enjoyed that. That was fun. Yeah, you gotta do that again. Who's up for round 2? I appreciate your time. I appreciate you coming on. Next date, we're gonna get the rest of the touch.
Next date. Is he already planning? Goodness.
But I need you, baby.
Oh, damn. Shit, I wanted to see more of them. Goodness, that was a great let me see what's going on. Hold on. I gotta switch over. Did I miss any super chats? Oh, we good. Okay, so yeah, so y'all liking them together? Yeah, they seem like a great little couple. Let's see something formulating. That's gonna be cool, man. You said that's her singing. Yeah, that song was pretty cool. Okay, she got some wind in her. All right, I like them. Hopefully, man, I'll definitely pray for them. Hopefully, everything works out. They already planned the second date, man. I would love to see how they turn out, man. Two young folks, 23 and 24. It's amazing. So yeah, I like to see it. Yeah, so shout out to them. That's the purpose of having a nice little date where you can think together, work well together. That's why you have to meet on the date. Not like the other. Let me stop, man. Yo. Oh man, that was great, man. Was it episode 7 next week? Shout out to GMT, man, in the chat. Make sure y'all give that brother some subscribes, some likes, everything, man. This is great. That was pretty fun, man. So hopefully y'all definitely enjoyed that quick breakdown of the Meet2Marry episode 6. I can't wait till next week. We'll definitely be back. Shout out to GMT and the crew, all the people that are participating on the show. You guys are doing well. We love to see it, and hopefully people are learning. This is great, man. So shout out to you again, GMT. So before we get to this next clip, we got an update. Give me a second. I'm going to be right back. Listen to some music, and give me a second. Here we go.
This is a man's world.
All right, we back. Hey, so you guys remember the video that I did about the woman, the married woman that was asking single men why they don't show up to dating events. Y'all remember that video? If you haven't seen it, it is on my page. There was a married woman that was asking, why aren't men showing up to dates? She actually did an update. And in that video, I was like, man, she's asking these questions, but she doesn't have any solutions. Like, what was her reason for taking all this information in from the guys? What was she planning on doing with it? And I was hoping that she would explain what she planned on doing. And she did. Let me show y'all what happened. Here we go.
Ask men, actually quite a few posts back, why they do not approach women anymore. So according to my part 1 through part 5 series on why men do not approach women, it gives more of a clear indication as to why men don't like women.
That's what she got out of it. She asked the men questions about why they don't show up to dating events. And she responds by saying, yeah, men just told us that why they don't like women. No, They was telling you the reasons. You asked the question. Now you're trying to blame them. What you mean? Why it's not about men not liking women. You told them to tell you the problem. They told you the problems, and now you blaming them. That makes no sense. See, and that's why I told y'all, you got to be mindful of women when they ask questions like this with no end goal. And that's why I was very adamant when I said, what does she plan on doing with this information? Nothing. She was just simply making content, trying to dialogue, and come back and blame the men. God dog.
As opposed to why they don't approach. Now, they gave their reason as to why they don't approach, like a rejection and attitude and nastiness and feeling like relationships are just purely transactional. But a lot of the comments kind of speak volume to when women say men don't like women.
No, lady, you the one that started this dialogue. So let me give you a perfect example. If she ever sees this video, I tagged her in the last one. If I ask women, hey, what are your issues that you are having with men on the dating market? And they tell me what men have said, and what they're doing. My job is to come back, tell you guys what the women said, and then we're going to find solutions. I'm not going to say that women don't like men because they gave me answers to a question that I asked. No. Okay? So and obviously these men, they want to date women, right? So you ask them what are they doing? What are you seeing? This is why we don't show up. If this wasn't happening, then we would show up. I'm pretty sure the same thing women would say. If men did this, then I would probably be more open to doing that. That's why you identify the problem and then you find the solution. You don't come back and say that men don't like women. What sense does this make? Lord.
There was one man out of all of those hundreds and over 1,000 comments that said that he loved women irregardless. He has 7 sisters and he loves women. And I was looking for those type of comments, but the comments that most of the men gave very well reason why they don't like women.
No, moms. You didn't ask men, do you love women? You asked them what was the problem and why they're not showing up on dates. So you picked out one comment of a guy saying that he loved his family members. I'm pretty sure that 100% of the dudes that was in your chat love they family members, their sisters, their daughters. But that wasn't the question. Okay? So you got from that, yeah, men don't like women. I asked you a question. You told me the problem. And I'm going to come back and blame y'all for telling me the problem. Jesus Christ. What sense does it make? H-Back Man, $5 bomb said, women don't like other women, older black women. Y'all are horrible. I mean, horrible. It's just tough, man. God, dog. Let me see. What else I put on here?
I don't know, sisters. I think men are feeling very discarded. I think they feel like y'all literally only want them for their coin, and that's about it. I get that there's a lot of discourse between men and women today, and there's a lot to settle into and unpack regarding this relationship fiasco that's happening between us. But men do have feelings too. Y'all may not think that they do because of how they've operated with you in the past, but they do have feelings.
But your job, if you're going to start this dialogue, you have to find solutions. So with the information, and I'm speaking to the ladies, if you plan on doing this, with the information that the guys gave you, you're supposed to ask the same questions to the women. Are you supposed to go to women and say, hey, these are my solutions on where women need to improve? Because the men have put thousands of comments saying the same thing. So since this is a trend and this is a recurring issue, I'm pretty sure this is happening. So ladies, this is where you guys need to get better. Okay? And they're going to probably curse you out. But at least you tried. Okay? But you just can't keep coming back here, doing these videos saying, hey, this is what the men said. Okay. You heard what the men said. What you going to do with that information? It only makes sense, right? And this is a married woman. What you mean it's getting tough out here? Did she say it's getting tough out here for us? What you mean us? Go ahead, where your husband at?
I think that everybody needs to start doing the individual work to create a better outcome for them.
No, women need to do the work based off of the question that you answered. So tell them. Y'all be scared of women.
In relationship spaces, because there's this tug of war thing that's happening between men and women constantly, and nobody's taking responsibility. And
let me stop.
Nobody really should. Both sides can be to blame in this, but I think it comes down to how you show up in the relationship as opposed to how you expect someone else to.
So she's again, you taking another shot at the guys. No, you asked them a question about the women. So now you like, hey, it's more about how you show up in a relationship. No, if they telling you this is what the ladies are doing, then start unpacking that. Find solutions. Tell the women to straighten up. Is that so hard? Instead of just sitting there blaming the guys? Now, yeah, you got to watch these type of women, man. That's crazy.
Okay. That's just the reality.
So, out of all the questions that she asked, her findings told her to tell men to be better and not tell the women to do nothing. And maybe it's how you show up. So men aren't showing up to the dates, to the dating events, and it's their fault because they're not showing up, or the way they show. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm glad she did an update. Now we have our answer. I asked the question. I was like, hey, what you plan on doing with this information? Nothing. There it is. Except blaming the guys. God, dog. All right. Hey, Shaq, man, find out super chat said, where is her damn husband at? He needs to be regulating this. I swear a lot of you married dudes are so scared. It's just sad, man. It's like, I was hoping, and I always lean on us, older folks, married folks. If we gonna ask a question, we got to find some solutions. In every video, I'll try and do that. I'm not just gonna sit there and try and dunk on folks without saying, hey, man, this is where you can improve. Hey, young lady, you may not want to curse. You may not want to do this. You had to take my advice, but at least I tried. And that's what I was expecting her to do, but she didn't do that. It's like, you just blame the men. All right. Hey, Jack, man, if you are a married black woman and you are afraid to hold black women accountable, you a weakling as well. Yeah, I've learned that. It's sometimes a lot of black women don't want to get kicked out of the sisterhood. If they go against the grain, because that's a lonely island. I tell you, it's a lot of black women on TikTok. They try and hold women accountable, but they are literally on their own because that hive of the sisterhood is humongous, figuratively and literally. Let me stop. Lord. But man, it's very tough, man. But all right. So while we here, let me get this off here. I want to do this. Before we get into this statistical breakdown, let me bring this up. So I tend to do this every year because the conversations in the black community are always centered around these talking points. All right. And again, let me say this up front so there's no confusion about what this is about. All right. For the past 5 years, as I've been creating content, I've watched the same talking points get repeated over and over again. Statistics about education, income, marriage, workforce, all of it. And it's all been used, in some form or fashion to paint black men in a negative light. Y'all know this. Usually, it's black women comparing themselves to their male counterparts. So, I do not want any black woman to develop amnesia as to why I'm setting the record straight on this conversation. And a lot of these conversations, I've learned that they're not about understanding. They were about simply comparing competition, and sometimes even blaming black men for things that they're not even responsible for, okay? And you guys seen the video where I had to sit there and explain to the black community, the gay black community, and black women that heterosexual black men are not primarily responsible for the high HIV rates in the black community. That is homosexual black men, okay? Because we had a gay guy, he went, viral telling black women that, hey, these black men ain't wearing condoms, all this type of foolery. So what I decided to do is go to the actual data, get the most recent stuff, pull up the real numbers, and break everything down properly, okay? Not clipped, not cherry-picked, which is something that I don't do, okay? But in full context. And like I said, let me be clear. This is not about competing with black women. It's definitely not the goal here. But the reality is that a lot of this information came from that competitive framing. I've done videos on damn near everything that's on this list. And it's always in response to a false narrative about black men that have came from black women who has a level of disdain for black men. Is that fair? Have y'all noticed this? Okay. So instead of ignoring it, I'm definitely going to address it right now, head on. Because if we're going to have real conversations in the black community, then we need to understand where both sides actually stand. Where black men are doing well, where black women are doing well, and most importantly, where we both need to improve. Okay? So this is about replacing the narratives with the facts, replacing emotion with data, and and curing this division with understanding, okay? Because once you guys actually see the full picture, a lot of what's been told or a lot of what's been repeated doesn't hold up the same way anymore, okay? So I want to make that very clear. Let me get to this. Now watch this drive. Shout out to President Bush. Now watch this drive. Let's see here. All right. We starting here first. Median income. Jesus, it's too large. Was that good? No. Okay, so we put all this stuff together and I'll speak to it. So this is directly from the BLS median annual income for wage and salary workers 2025. So at the end of the year, black men earn $1,039 per week. Black women earn $942 per week. That puts black men at an estimated $54,028. Black women, $48,984, almost $49,000 per year. Okay? And there you see the source, U.S. Bureau Labor Statistics. Everything is laid out there for you. Okay? And this is how it shakes out among other races and genders. So, based on the median earnings, black men earn more than Hispanic men, black women, and Hispanic women. And they are not at the bottom of the barrel. Okay? Black women, I'm talking directly to y'all asses. How many times I didn't heard this narrative of black men being the bottom of the barrel of everything? Shit's not true. Like I said, all those false narratives, that shit don't hold up no more. It never held up. All right? So we're going to end that shit right now. Okay? This shit pissed me off. All right. Asian men actually earn the most, followed by Asian women. They're doing very well. White men, white women, and then black men and Hispanic men, then black women and Hispanic women. The white women's number is a little bit off. I'll fix that. I'll show you the real number here in a second. So black men earn $97 per week more than black women. So there you have it. That's $5,000 more. And I don't want to hear shit from anybody saying that that's not a significant amount that, to where black men can consider themselves the head of the household. It absolutely is. You don't think black women can use an extra $5,000? Stop. Stop this goddamn foolery. Here's the actual numbers directly from the BLS report. So if you look here, white women at the end, they actually earned $1,108. So that puts them, let's start from the top. Asian men, $92,000 per year. Asian women, $72,000. White men, $70,000. White women, $57,000. Black men, $54,000. Hispanic men, $52,000. Black women, $48,000. And Hispanic women, $46,000. Yes, black men do rank behind Asian men and white men. Okay? So that's always a talking point. But black women, you rank behind damn near everybody outside of Hispanic women. Okay? All this boss talk and foolery, we got to stop this shit, man. And this is where you can find this information. This is the full report. Okay? Just go to bls.gov/CPS and you can find this information. People like, man, you know what I noticed? Every time I put together, like a graphic to explain this stuff in layman's terms to the black community, I've seen people comment, oh, you going to take advice from a meme? You created that yourself. Yes, I created that myself because y'all ain't going to read this. So that's why I put this shit so it's easy for you to understand. It's like they try and discredit it when I create something that makes it easily accessible for you. So this is where it comes from, okay? Because you're not going to do the research for yourselves. All right. Let's go to who makes $100,000 in America. So as you guys can see here, and this is from u.gov, the most recent report, 25% of men, that's 1 in 4 men make 100,000. 12% of women, that's 1 in 8. Black Americans, last time the data was reported in 2021, 6% of black men, 1 in 16, made $100,000 or more. Black women, 4.2%. That's 1 in 23. There were almost a million more black men, there's almost about I think it was a little over 200,000 more black men that made $100,000 or more. Now, the updated estimate is a little bit different. And this is from 2024. Okay? 7 to 8% of black men now earn about $100,000 or more. That's 1 in 12 or 14. And then 1 in 20 black women, which is 5%. Okay? So what that means is that with the updated population estimate, about 1.1 million black men likely earning about $100,000, and then about 900,000 black women earning $100,000. So over 1 million black men in America likely earn 6 figures today. You could do the math for yourselves. It will come out the same way. So as of now, 1 million black men, over 1 million, earn $100,000 or more. That's something to be applauded, which you rarely see in the black community. They don't celebrate shit like this when it's something positive about black men. And let me be clear, this is not all single black men. This is not all single black women. Some are married, some are in same-sex situations. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, over 1 million black men earn $100,000 or more, according to the estimates. Okay? So shout out to black men and black women. You should be applauded as well. 900,000 of you actually earn $100,000. So I'm assuming in the next couple of years, you guys will be over that 1 million mark. And who's going to celebrate it? Ain't going to get it nowhere else but this channel. Okay? So pat yourselves on the back. Whoa. Now, let's talk about labor force participation. Now, this is where I had to explain this to a couple black women in the chat or in the comment section. So, for the labor force participation, we always hear that black women are in the labor force more than black men. No. What it means is that according to the 2025 BLS data, black men rank last in labor force participation among men. But among women, black men are higher. So black women rank first in their gender group, but they are lower than black men. Okay? So let me explain that, in simple terms. Black men are represented in the workforce more than black women. However, all races of men are in the labor force more than their female counterparts. But the thing is, black women are represented at a higher rate in their gender group. They rank first. Okay? I don't think black women have an issue with working. That's actually a good thing. Okay? You guys are working, at a higher rate. So I don't know if you want me to consider that a bad thing or what. I'm not. I think it's a good thing. So I wanted to make sure we clear that up. Okay? So this is not synonymous to, to the black community. Okay? All races of men are in the workforce more than their female counterparts. So that's just something that black men have to do. What I don't like is when I see people going out there saying that there's more black women in the labor force than black men. It's not true. And I just cleared that shit up right now. Okay? God damn. I even put a note right here. Black men rank lowest among men. Black women rank highest among women. Okay? And this is the labor force participation. It measures the share of people age 16 and older who are working or currently seeking employment. Okay? Let's take a look at this. In numbers, this is what the percentages look like. All right, so black women, the population 16 and up, 20.1 million. Participation rate, 59 to 61%. Their estimated workforce size is about 11.9 million to 12.3 million. Black men, 16 and up, 18.7 million. Participation rate, 65 to 67%. Estimated workforce size, 12.2 million to 12.5 million. The difference in workforce participation is, for black men participating is a slightly higher rate than black women, about 4 to 6 percentage points. So I estimated about 200,000 to 600,000 more black men in the workforce. Okay, and we're going step by step. So when participation rates and population size are applied together using the same BLS age group, the number of black men and black women working in the United States ends up being very similar. It's close, okay? But that does not mean that black women are in the workforce more than black men, okay? And then to explain what labor force actually means, and this is how the government defines it, it means employed or unemployed but actively seeking work. Not in the labor force equals people who are not working and not currently looking for work. Retired, students, stay-at-home parents are just out of the workforce, okay? So there's that number again. Cool. So do I need to explain that any further? I'm going to clip this up so the black community can have it, so we can stop running out there trying to shame black men and saying that black women are, black men don't want to work, they're lazy, all this type of foolery. It's not true, okay? Lord. All right, let's go to the marriage rates real quick. Who's actually married? You guys have probably seen this information from me on my platforms before. You can see here 36% of black men are married, 29% of black women are married. I actually screenshotted this comment. Somebody was posting this. Black men are the reason black women are the least married. This person said, I agree with you on this one. They say women aren't wife material, but frankly, a lot of these jokers have no clue how to be husbands and fathers because they have good role models. I'm not sure what that means, but again, this is not anything new. The black community has always shamed black men for not wanting marriage. But as you guys see here, that 7 percentage point gap is the largest gap among any race and gender. All right. Black men marry more, even with fewer numbers. 22% of black men who are married outside their race versus black women's 14% of their 29% of black women married within that group, not 14% of 29 within the married group. Okay. Black men have higher marriage rates and higher interracial marriage rates. And also, contrary to popular belief, black women, You guys do have the highest divorce rates among all races and genders. Stop quoting that old ass Bratter and King report saying that black women and white men have the lowest divorce rates. That shit is not true anymore. I keep saying that. And every time I post something, it's always some black woman or a black man in the comment section saying that we're white women, or when white men marry black women, they stay married longer. They have the lowest divorce rate. That shit not true no more. Stop. You're making yourself look foolish. And you can find this from Pew Research, of course. It's called Key Facts About Black Americans. Most recent report was put out on the 26th of February, or the 6th of February, 2026. And this is what the patterns, the black community's marriage patterns actually look like. So in 2021, of married black men, 85% were married to black women. And then you fast forward to 2023, it went to 79%, so a 6% drop. And then now you go to 2024, it's at 78%. So slowly but steadily, it's both black men and black women are increasing their interracial marriage rates. Let me show you where's black women. See, so from 2021, black women, 93% of the married black women were married to black men, and then 7% were married to non-black men. Fast forward to 2023, it's now 87% of married black women married to black men, and then 13% married to non-black men. And then you fast forward to 2024, it's now 86% of married black women are married to black men, and then 14% are married to non-black men. Okay? So, overarching point, the majority still married within their race, but we just had some significant changes in regards to the interracial marriage rates. Now 1 in 5 black men are married to non-black women, and almost 15%, 14% of black women, married black women, are married to non-black men. Okay? So black men still rank higher in that area. And you can find this right here, as I stated, Pew Research, Key Facts About Black Americans. And there's the true information right here. See that? So even though I made this graphic, you can find it on over here. And then this is what it looks like when you break the numbers down. So 49% of black men are single, never married. 46% of black women are single, never married. It jumped up to 47%, but it's still about the same. And then that translates to about 8.1 million black men who are single, never married, 8.6 million black women who are single, never married. And the reason why the percentages look a little bit different is because there's more black women than black men. 54% of black men have no children. 39% of black women have no children. 4.3 million, 3.3 million for black women. So out of this pool, 56.5% of black men and 43.5% of black women are single, never married, no children. Simple. And I did put a caveat here saying that there is no publicly released data set that directly cross-tabs black women / men, single, never married, plus childless. This estimate combines Pew Research's marital status data and also CDC fertility history data. Okay? I did this myself. If anybody wants to do this on their own, you'll get the same results as me. Okay? Just don't forget, this is what I do for a living. Okay? Let's keep going. Y'all remember when Game went viral talking about when I see a baddie, I want to just put a kid in her? This dummy. All right, so I put this, but I wanted to put this in there because I still see people quoting this dumbass statistic. All right. Have y'all seen this before? The black community was going out there saying that how many 80% of black men have children, but they didn't read this correctly. It's between the ages of 40 to 49, and that's when they become dads. Okay. So even if this was true, black women still have a higher percentage when it comes to 40 to 49 years old, 85 to 90%. But that's rarely told when people quote this graphic, okay, this bar chart. Black women actually have a higher rate. 85 to 90% in that range. So if we're going to talk about something, there it is. And you can find the fertility report right here. January 10th, 2023. You can find all the information about who had children, how many have children, and who don't. Okay? Right down here. You see that? 46% for Black women, 61%. Right there. Let's keep going. Now let's talk about businesses. So, and this is from Pew Research. About 3% of U.S. businesses were Black or African American owned in 2022. Okay, so as you can see here, 3.4% Black or African American. The revenues was about 1.2%. But who is leading? Whites. Okay, 84%, revenue 91.6%. So we have to get better in that area as a community. And I made this graphic just to make it simple. Black business ownership in the U.S. 54% of that 3% of businesses are owned by Black men, 39% for Black women, and 7% joint ownership. So we are underrepresented in Black in business ownership. Okay, you see that 3% versus 84.4%. So a realistic goal for the Black community is to try and have our business ownership mirror our population total. So we account for about 14.5% of the U.S. population. So we should be shooting to own about 15% of the businesses in America. That's a realistic goal that we can actually achieve. Okay? So instead of saying that we got to catch white folks, do y'all know how many white people live in the United States? So when we say these things like, man, you know, like Black men will never out earn white men. It's like, I think white men account for about 29 to 30% of the U.S. population. Black men account for about 7.5% of the U.S. population. So even if Black men maxed out all of their points, so to speak, it will still be a tough time for us to out earn white men. Even though if we use the model of the Asians and all what they do, I mean, but that will require us to get married to Black women at a higher rate. But from what I see, a lot of Black women don't want to get married, even though Pew Research studied this and more people still want to get married. So there it is. So that's our goal. And it says it right here on Pew Research. Who are the Black business owners? They're more likely to be men than women. And then they tend to be middle-aged, around, what is that, 35 to 54? Shit. And then a majority have a 4-year college degree. And I told you guys, oh, and while I'm here, let me explain the statistic about educated women and divorce. If you guys don't know, when two educated people get married, their marriages tend to last the longest and they make the most money. However, the common narrative in these spaces is that if a woman has a degree, they have a higher, they divorce at a higher rate. That is true when they file for divorce. I believe it's at 90%. So do you guys understand what I'm saying? The marriages between two couples that have the degrees, they last the longest. But when one of those marriages do fail, the educated woman initiates the divorce at a 90% rate. That is not me saying that if you get an educated woman, that the divorce rates are the highest. It's not true. They may initiate divorce at the highest rate, but those marriages tend to last the longest. Do I need to explain that any further? Do y'all get what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat if you understand now. Because I've seen people say, oh man, they divorce at the highest rate. That's true. But those marriages tend to work more than marriages that, you know, the woman doesn't have a degree or a man doesn't have a degree. I wanted to make sure I broke that down, and I'm glad I remembered that because I keep seeing that pop up. So yeah, so that's what it is. Thank you, HVAC man. All right. And this is where most of our Black businesses are. You see these darker areas, and this is a testament to Georgia. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these businesses are in Atlanta. So shout out to y'all. Atlanta or Georgia and DC. That's where a lot of the Black businesses are. And then you got Louisiana, Mississippi, Virginia, North Carolina. The majority of Black folks live in the South. So that's why they are represented at high rates. So 5.1%, 7% for Louisiana and Mississippi. And then Georgia and DC, about 7%. Okay? So if you are looking to relocate and you're looking for where the Black folks got motion, I like using that word. Those are some states that, you know, you may want to look into. All right? And this is what the businesses are in. Typically, our businesses are in healthcare and social assistance. That is 25.6% of them. And then we got professional, scientific, and technical services at 13.5%. And then transportation and warehousing, 9.2%. And then administration services at 8.3%. You guys can find all of this information on Pew Research. It breaks it down. Just type in Pew Black businesses. And the first thing that pops up, click that, and you get all this information. All right? So that's where most of our businesses are. Now, this one is for Black women because this is the most popular talking point. Education. Okay. Overall bachelor's degree obtainment. Percentage of Black adults 25 plus with at least a bachelor's degree. Okay? And this is 2024. 30.7% of Black women hold a bachelor's degree or higher. 24.3% of Black men hold a bachelor's degree or higher. So again, in 2024, ages 25 and older have earned at least a bachelor's degree compared to the Black men's 24.3%, 30.7% for Black women. Very simple. Okay, so we got to stop inflating the numbers. And this is what it looks like when you break it down. So Black women currently hold bachelor's degrees at a higher rate than Black men. That was never under question over here. However, this pattern exists across every racial group in the United States, with the exception of the Asian community. It's very close. Asian men actually earn more degrees than Asian women, but it's very close. And in some areas, Asian women do hold more degrees than Asian men. But for everybody else, it's normal. Black community, Black women, it's normal. Okay? For Hispanic women and in white women, it's normal for them to earn more degrees. It's not stopping them from getting married at a higher rate. So can y'all please stop trying to use this as some talking point to say that, oh, we can't get married because we have more degrees than Black men. It's literally a 7% gap. And both of us we rank third in our respective genders. Okay? And I'm going to explain this a little bit more because it makes no sense to keep pointing this out. Look at this. To put things into perspective, make this a little bit larger. So, Black education reality. 72.3% of Black adults aged 25 plus do not have a bachelor's degree or higher. 72.3%. And I posted, I said, do Black men and Black women without college degrees feel excluded from conversations about the Black dating and marriage market? And the reason why I said that is because it seems like these conversations are always centered around Black women and their education. But if you look at the results right here, 69.3% of black women out there don't have a bachelor's degree. 75.7% of black men don't have a bachelor's degree. So what are we talking about here, man? The majority of the black community don't have college degrees. So why is that brought up? What's the point? There is none. Y'all just trying to look for a way to try and shame black men, but this is normal across all racial groups. Okay? So stop using that. Lord, got to stop using that damn talking point. And again, I created these graphs, but you guys can find this on the Black Facts page on Pew Research. It says the same thing. I just made it easy. Now, for STEM degrees, gets a little different. Black men actually earn more STEM degrees than black women, which would explain why there's, a significant gap in the earnings department, okay? So you can see here, STEM degrees from 2012 to 2020, 326,000 to 199,000. That's about 126,000 more black men with STEM degrees, okay, from that subset. And then if you want the most recent report, you can see it right here. This is from 2021 to 2022. It still rings true. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there you go right there. So in between that year, black men actually earned more STEM degrees than black women. It was 35,000, almost 36,000 to 25,000 for black women. So right here, bam, okay? But again, in this area, we still have work to do because damn near every other race earned more STEM degrees than we did. So there's a lot of, statistics out there where the black community ranks last. And let me make this distinction here. When we have these conversations centered around the black community and where we're failing, me saying that the black community ranks last doesn't necessarily mean that the black community is failing as a whole. And I'll give you a perfect example. The black men who are involved in their children's lives. According to Bowling Green State University's co-resident and habitat, black men who are in their children's lives. Their report stated that 55% of black men live with their children 100% of the time. But black men rank last among Asian, Hispanic, and white men in regards to living with their children 100% of the time. So black men can be last, but they're not failing. Failing would be less than the majority, because when you couple that with the 18% of black men who live with both or live with some or both, that pushes it up to 73%. So when I say that we rank last, that doesn't mean failing. It just means that we have room for improvement. And we have to be very clear when we have these conversations about the black community, especially when it's centered around education. Because I've seen black people talk about the 4th grade reading and, we're failing the kids in 8th grade reading and failing and all this type of stuff. But when you follow the completion rates for black kids, in regards to graduation, because that's the end goal, right? To get your diploma after you graduate. Over about 90% of the black community gets their high school diploma. Did y'all know that? 90%. Small percentage of those people don't get theirs. I think it was maybe 3 to 4% don't get their high school diploma on time, but the rest, they graduate on time. And there were people in the comment section saying, nah, Media Man, they just push them kids through. Do you think they're just doing that for the black community, or is that for everybody as a whole? The black community is no different, okay? Our kids do have a tough time, reading comprehension. We may rank last in certain areas, but when you look at the 4th grade and the 8th grade, increases, the majority of black kids tend to get it together by the 8th grade, okay? So once again, when we have these conversations about the Black community failing, you need context. We may be last, but that doesn't mean that we're failing. Fair? All right. Room for improvement. And then also, who are the student parents in college? So among all women, about 70 to 74% of student parents in college are women, and then 26 to 30% of men are student parents. Okay, so women make up the majority of student parents, and this does not mean, let me make sure I clear this up, this does not mean that 70 to 74% of women who are in college have kids. No, it's just saying of the women, of the students who have children, women tend to dominate. That's all that means. Okay. For Black students, here's the key breakdown. Black fathers, only 21% of Black students, Black men students are fathers, okay, or of the fathers. And then Black women, 40%. So Black women are nearly 2 times more likely to be student parents. So what this means, Black women are more likely to balance, college parenting work. Black men less likely to be student parents. And then where it hurts is the financial pressure, time constraints, risk of not finishing school, but Black women still lead in college degrees over Black men. Okay. But that's why, and we already know this, Black women have the highest college or student loan debt. Okay. So that's one of the, the reasons why they have to take out more loans, because they got more responsibilities. Okay. So yeah, so that's another thing. There's more Black women who have children in college than Black men. Let's just leave it at that. And if you guys want to check this out, you can find it, and it's for the Institute for Women's Policy Research. This is where you can find this report. Right there. And it just gives you the breakdown. If you want to check it out for yourselves, just type in parents in college by the numbers, and it'll pop up. And it's for the Institute for Women's Policy Research. And this is where you can find the actual table, the bar chart. Okay. All right, cool. I'm gonna stop right there because I want to do something special for the other ones. Yeah, I don't want to take up too much time, but I'm gonna put this stuff out. I'm gonna stop at the education. I really wanted to get to that first, but this week I'm gonna finish doing the breakdown, but I'm gonna do them in a video on demand so you guys can have the information for yourselves. But that's just a start. There's so much more that I'm gonna go through, and I'm going to show you guys where everything ranks in the Black community. But I think I covered enough for tonight, because this can get very tedious, and I don't want to bore you guys. Okay, so I want to get you guys out of here on a Friday. This could probably go on until 4-hour stream. All right, so I'll finish it up on myself, and I'll clip it up so you guys can have it. But hopefully that cleared up the education stuff. That was one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this. I just wanted to show Black women that, hey, man, it's normal for women to have more degrees than their male counterparts, okay? But men still earn more than their female counterparts. Sheesh. Simple. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get out of here, man. Goodness. Oh, thank you, Olo, for putting that in there. Yeah, consults is up. You guys have definitely been showing up and showing out. I appreciate it. Had some great discussions, man. Financial discussions, military, fitness. You guys are great, man. I love doing the one-on-one consults. Thank you, Ola, for putting that in there. Appreciate it. So, yeah, if you want to link up, go ahead and click the link, schedule up, and I'll be here. All right? So, let's get out. I'll play. Yeah, let's play this. Let's play this one out, y'all. Again, thank you to all the moderators. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to everybody who sent in super chats, became members. I greatly appreciate it. I see you guys. Thank you for showing up every Friday, even though I haven't been going live. But you guys have been getting content every day from your boy. And I appreciate that you guys are supporting it, how the channel is going. And eventually I'm going to get back to live streaming. But, I'm trying to get my footing with the video on demand. Okay, I love doing that, more than anything. So shouts out to you guys. So be safe out there. I keep saying that. I say that every week, but yeah, just be safe out there. It's a lot going on. If you guys don't know, I've been, dealing with a lot due to the fact that my brother, he's actually stranded in Abu Dhabi. Okay, did you guys know that? My brother, it's a lot going on in the Middle East. And you guys know that I travel to Abu Dhabi damn near every year so I can see my brother. He's there. So I'm doing these live streams and taking care of that and making sure I check in with him to make sure that he's good. So it's just a lot going on. So I want to make sure that he's safe. I would have never thought this would happen. But yeah, my brother is still out there. He's okay. He's safe right now. He gives me updates every day. So and I have a bunch of military folks that are fighting a good fight, so to speak. But yeah, my focus is definitely on my brother right now, just to make sure that he's good. And yeah, let me get out of here before this get too yeah. So he's all right. So let's just keep so he's out there, he's good. Okay. All right, let's get out of here, man. Be safe, eat healthy, go to the gym. God bless. I'll be back next week. Thank y'all. Appreciate the support.